The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Don't miss the biggest night in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
Messi! Ronaldo with a shot. Oh, it's gone! One of the greats!
To score a goal like that, you could see what it meant to me personally.
Champions of the world!
Just all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Fight Week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fights, even before the bell rings.
I hope you guys enjoy this fight as much as I will.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
This is boxing. This is life. It's not joking.
No politics, no fluff, just first to glory and a little bit of history. Cheers to that.
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
Can you look under the bed? We found you.
Evil Dead Burn, rated R.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
We are live from Brooklyn, New York, as the countdown to Saturday Fight Night continues with the weigh-in here at the Barclays Center ahead of Xander Zayas versus Boots Ennis and the pursuit of greatness.
Greatness is a word people throw around like it means nothing. But to us, it means everything. It's the standard, and it only belongs to those who rise above expectation. Will you do what others won't so you become what others can't? Greatness is never given, and the pursuit is all we have.
Welcome to the plaza at the Barclays Center in downtown Brooklyn. A cloudy day, but the lights will be shining bright inside this arena for Saturday Fight Night on DAZN tomorrow night. I'm Sierra Santos alongside the Latin Sake, Sergio Mora, and former heavyweight turned top class trainer Malik Scott. And guys, the World Cup might be snagging headlines here in New York City and clogging up traffic, but all eyes will be on this fight tomorrow night in New York City. And what an event it's going to be, Sergio.
Incredible event. We got the Puerto Ricans here in New York City. That's always a great thing. But Philadelphia, 90 minutes away. This is what you want in boxing. Two of the best. Young champion, biting off more than he can chew against a guy that we know is the pound-for-pound goods in Boots Ennis.
Yeah, absolutely, and you got to realize something. This is the first fight at this magnitude that I've ever seen where Boots is the challenger, but it's also like, well, this is his coming out party. That's how good he is. We're going to see if Xander Zayas can throw a monkey wrench into those plans.
Well, it wouldn't be fight week without some chaos and controversy. For that, we send it over to Chris Mannix, who's got some news.
Yeah, Sierra, it's been a busy morning in the world of boxing. We begin in the heavyweight division where Alexander Usyk, the unified heavyweight champion, has announced that he will vacate the 3 heavyweight titles that he owns and go without any one of them as he continues his career. Now, Usyk has made it clear he is not retiring from boxing, but he will carry on without the alphabet titles around his waist. That certainly opens up a whole plethora of possibilities for other heavyweights try to snag a heavyweight championship in the months ahead. Now, to more pressing issues. There was some drama this morning around the length of the beard that Jaron Boots Ennis fights with. There was a request from Xander Zayas' team that Boots trim his beard going into this fight on Saturday night. Boots politely declined that request, rejected it, but the New York Commission has come in and said that he does need to trim his beard down a little bit. Now, I talked to Bozy Ennis, the father and trainer, to Boots, said it was not a big deal, just a small amount, but there will be a little bit of reduction in that beard when Boots takes on Xander Zayas on Saturday night.
Okay, so fellas, you heard that news right there. And this was actually something that you brought up, Sergio, during fighter meetings with Boots yesterday.
Look, in the amateurs, there's a rule that you can't fight with a beard like that. So in the pro ranks, the commission gets involved as well because they can serve as a cushion, and it hides the target. And if you're not aiming at the target, you can't even see it. It gets in fighters' heads. Think of Samson. You know, the hair makes him strong. Sometimes the beard does as well.
Absolutely, and it's also one of those things, it gives the perception that a target is there that is really not. But all in all, I don't think the result of this fight is going to have anything to do with Boots having his beard on or not. But I can understand at the same time, if Zayas' team or the commission want to be fair, then fair is fair. You have to do the right thing.
So Boots likely to get a birthday trim today ahead of this fight. But let's move on to Xander Zayas. And many casual fans got acquainted with him through the Super Bowl halftime show and Bad Bunny. But make no mistake about it, Malik, this is a serious fighter at a very young age.
That's extremely serious. You can't get his look, you can't get the commercial and everything that's behind him and think he's not the real deal. He definitely is. He's a clinical finisher. He goes to the body when he has his opponent hurt, and his punch selection is extremely well when he has his opponent hurt. He thinks from a very surgical standpoint.
I love the fact that he's in a position so ambitious to want to fight someone as good as Jaron Ennis. I mean, at 23 years old, this kid should be taking mandatories, title challenges, making some more money. But he wants that. He wants that greatness, and the pursuit of greatness, that's what actually makes these guys special and superstars. But he has to have a big night at the Barclays Center here behind us, and if he does, he becomes the next Puerto Rican star.
What can you say about his impressive resume so far in his young career, Sergio?
Well, his resume is not that bad, but it's not that great either. But you look at Boots' resume, it's similar. So these guys are on the exact same trajectory. At 23 years old, I think his is slightly better. So we're going to find out if his resume and his hunger meet at the same level.
Well, let's talk about Boots. And the stiffest test of Zayas' career comes this Saturday. Boots looking to become a 2-weight unified world champion at 35-0, Malik.
Yes, it don't get no more impressive than that. When it comes to Jaron, you have to keep in mind, he's one of the few fighters in the game that could knock you out, not hurt you. He can knock you out because he's a knockout artist as well as a counterpuncher boxer. But he can knock you out from orthodox or southpaw with either hand. He's extremely dangerous. He punches to the body even when he have guys hurt. And, in my opinion, he's a bit greedy with his footwork. He makes shifts. He makes angles to get the job done.
Zayas seems to be tight-lipped about his strategy, his game plan going into this. Boots saying yesterday during the press conference, Sergio, that he's willing to fight whatever way he needs to.
Well, that comes down to temperament and character, right? Some guys like talking, the other guys like to be reserved. I really don't read too much into that. What I read is what I see studying these guys, and both these guys are body punchers, uppercuts. They have heavy hands, different type of power. Ennis, his power comes from length, but he knows how to fight on the inside. He knows how to roll with shots. He knows how to make himself smaller. Vicious punchers. Zayas is young, exuberant. He puts the pressure on. Just two types of greatness from both fighters.
How would you expect Boots to adapt?
I think Boots can adapt to any style. If you go in Philly in the gyms that they come, his father, Bozy, who's one of the best trainers in the world, he's been having Boots box all kind of styles since he was a kid. So it won't be nothing new. Even the size thing, like it won't be a factor. I've watched on tape and people have sent me film of Boots boxing light heavyweights, having a good time with him, doing what he wanted to do. So the size won't be a big thing. The morale will be. The spirit that both of these guys is going to fight with on Saturday is going to determine who win and lose.
Philly fans going to show out tomorrow?
Absolutely. My Philly people are already here. They're ready to put on for Jaron Boots Ennis.
Don't discredit the Puerto Rican fans, too, because they're right over there as well. All right, here's a reminder of what is going to be coming your way for Saturday Fight Night on DAZN. And it's Dennis Thompson facing Edwin Rodriguez, and Juanma Lopez goes against Alberto Motos. Then the main card is on the air from 8 p.m. and we start with a middleweight showdown between Jahai Tucker and Uri Cedeno. British protege Ben Whitaker makes his U.S. debut against Richard Rivera. The Ring Magazine Prospect of the Year, Emiliano Vargas, faces Bryce Mills in our chief support. And then it's Xander Zayas versus Jaron Boots Ennis for the WBO and WBA junior middleweight titles. All right, let's get this weigh-in underway. So let's head over to our master of ceremonies, David Diamante.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is such an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here today to the home of the Brooklyn Nets, Barclays Center, in the beautiful borough of Brooklyn, New York, USA. We are live on DAZN for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship Professional Boxing. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated. We're sponsored on the night by RainBet, Riyadh Season, and OnlyFans. And, of course, all the action go out live around the world exclusively on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight card we have got. 7 fights in total. We got 4 title fights. And at the top of the bill, it's 2 undefeated fighters vie for supremacy at 154 pounds. We got Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring the fighters up to the stage so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first contest, 8 rounds, welterweights, now making his way to the stage. Professional record, 7 victories, 1 defeat. He's got 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they call him the Thoroughbred. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerome Baxter. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 6 victories, no defeats, all 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of our nation's capital, the District of Columbia. Please welcome Quincy Williams. Now to the scale, Jerome Thoroughbred Baxter. One of the richest rappers on the planet. Luda got spots on the Pacific. Luda got yachts on the Atlantic. And I just bought a house in the motherland. America, I'm opting out. Still see me. 150 for Jerome Thoroughbred Baxter, 150 pounds. Now making his way to scale, Quincy Williams. 150.6 for the fighter, undefeated from our nation's capital, Quincy Williams. Fighters face each other. I'm not the current type. I'm all about my pipe. That's me with all them bottles. You know your is a sucker, but I can make him swallow, cause he know they go to eat. Oh, but my wallet well. I get that bread first, then get that head after he bled out. This box just unite, drink a smoke and pour it in light. Quincy Williams versus Jaron Baxter, 8 rounds, welterweights, Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated, live on DAZN from Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Get your money, yo, or stay damn, I'm in my zone, ball. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, now put your money up, or stay down. I'm in my zone, balling. That's a touchdown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the action continues with an 8-round super bantamweight contest. Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated, Boots Promotions, and Universal Promotions. Now making his way to the stage, professional record, 12 victories, 11 defeats, 3 draws with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Peleando desde Juana Diaz, Puerto Rico, Edwin Puto Rodriguez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in this campaign as a professional with a record of 10 victories, no defeats, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Ennis Thompson.
I'm out of control when I'm pushing on you. She don't tell me no when I'm touching on her. H-Town, love her.
Down the scale, Edwin Rodriguez.
Grip on you. Y'all think I nothing to say, oh, what you gonna say about her? Y'all know I pull up a spray, oh, I don't play about her. Y'all know I'm finna go late, yeah, I'm gonna stay around her. Call me Cash.
121.4 for Edwin Puto Rodriguez. 121.4.
I wanna get it. Yeah, I wanna get it.
Down to the scale, the undefeated Dennis Thompson.
Driving with the Sprite with the mother. I've been going crazy, spraying cash with my crowd.
Dennis Thompson scales 120.8. 120.8 for Dennis Thompson. Fighters face each other.
Oh, my baby girl, she a keeper. Oh, my baby girl, she a tweaker. I'm out of control when I'm crushing on you. She don't tell me no when I'm touching on her. H-Town, love her, with her. Baby, come here, I'm a grip on you. Y'all think I nothing to say, oh, what you gonna say about her?
Dennis Thompson, Edwin Rodriguez, 8 rounds, super bantamweights, Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated, Boots Promotions, and Universal Promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in continues with a 6-round super flyweight attraction. Making his way to the stage at this time, his professional record, 6 victories, 2 defeats. He fights out of Madrid, Spain. Please welcome Alberto Moto.
You know what I'm saying? Free man, touch it up again. Whatever gonna take, get a little bit can.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in this campaign as a professional with a record of 5 victories, no defeats, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Peleando desde Caguas, Puerto Rico, Juanmita Lopez. Fighters, face the scale. Let's go. Albert Motos. 113.8 for Motos, 113.8. And now making his way to the stage, Juanmita Lopez. 114 pounds for Juanmita Lopez. 114. Fighters face each other. Lopez versus Moto, 6th round super flyweights. Natural boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated.
Que era malo y yo vine para darte parte clases de regalo mientras estalla bajito el humito lo inhalo la nena que tú tenías la supero no la igualo sabe que soy un pintadito lo que
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in the first of our 4 title fights as Mr. Eddie Hearn from Backroom Boxing, in association with Top Rank Incorporated, Box Lab, and King's Promotions, are proud to present 10 rounds for the WBC USA, the IBF North American, and the WBO NABO Middleweight Championship. Now making his way to the stage, he is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 14 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, 12 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of La Romana, República Dominicana. Please welcome Yuri La Bazooka Cedeño. Cedeño. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. Professional record, 16 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Deer Park, New York, and represents Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, Jahai Tucker. Tucker. Now making his way to the stage, La Bazooka, Yuri Cedeño. 158.8 for Yuri Cedeño, 158.8. And now making his way to the stage, the Jahai Tucker.
She wanted it to try. Okay, I'm finna. Okay, she had enough.
159.8 for Jahai Tucker, 159.8. Fighters face each other. Versus Yuri Cedeño, 10 rounds with the WBC USA, the IBF North American, the WBO NABO Middleweight Championship, Natural Boxing, in association with Top Rank Incorporated, Box Lab, and King's Promotions.
Big smile on your face at that weigh-in. How are you feeling 24 hours out?
Bien, bien, bien. Fuerte. Para darle un show bonito a todos mis dominicanos, a todos mis latinos que están por ahí. Espérense un nuevo campeón dominicano.
I feel great. I feel strong, ready to put on a show for my Dominicans and my Mexican fans, everyone out there. We forgot the Puerto Ricans. And, yeah, he's happy about tonight.
You guys nearly came to blows yesterday at the press conference. What in your mind happens tomorrow night?
Ya merito peleaban antes de la pelea. ¿Cómo ves mañana? ¿Cómo ves mañana la pelea?
Se muere, se muere.
Oh, he's gonna die.
No hay way.
He's gonna die. There's no way. There's no way.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah, back. Well, Jai, a little bit of drama this morning, a couple hours late for the scheduled weigh-in. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I feel amazing, you feel me? You know, sometimes you don't work on your time, you work on God's time. So, like, that's kind of what happened, you feel me? But, yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm going to destroy him. He's talking all that murder stuff. He never seen a murder in his life. You feel me? So, we're going to show him one.
You said you are the best middleweight in the world. All you need is a world title to validate that. This would take you a step closer. What are you trying to show tomorrow night?
You know, I can show you better than I can tell you. You feel me? You know, I'm the one, and it's time to show that. That's all.
Good luck, Jai.
Appreciate it.
Get ready to shake yes,
I went deaf with the Knicks. Ever since you left me, more wins, more plays, more dunks, more hate. Ever since you left me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this weigh-in continues right here as Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing, in association with Top Rank Incorporated and Star Boxing, are proud to present 10 rounds of the WBC Silver Light Heavyweight Championship. Now making his way to the stage, professional record 27 victories, 2 defeats. He's got 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Hartford, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Popeye the Sailor Man Rivera.
Montana, don't make a bell.
Rivera.
Freak was all I know. Yeah, all I do. Bad. Oh, I'm up. Birkin bags, yeah, all I bought.
These chicks is all I know. Just get all that dope.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 11 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, with 8 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2020 Olympic silver medalist and the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC silver light heavyweight champion, the Surgeon, Ben Whitaker. Whitaker.
You dip, I dip, we dip like.
Now to the scale, Popeye the Sailor Man, Richard Rivera.
You dip, I dip, we dip like. Look, pop out. Everybody love when I pop out. Watch out. Someone in the party with a Glock out. Said he on court with the rock now. I was on tour, so I'm up now.
173.8 for Richard Rivera. 173.8.
On the flow. Every day
and now to the scale, one of the hottest prospects in professional boxing, the undefeated Surgeon Ben Whitaker.
Sudden I'm rich. Never nigga who could do it like this so quick. You dip, I dip, we dip like. You dip, I dip, we dip like.
174.4 for Ben Whitaker. 174.4.
You dip, I dip, we dip.
Fighters face each other.
You dip, I dip, we like.
I can never be one of them. Right now, turned up with my twin. It's calling my phone again. Well, fat, this kitty, wet. Pretty in the face, yes. I'm too clumsy, I dropped me a check. I'm the queen, where the hell you expect? Bend down, touch toe, throw that wham. Throw that wham, throw that wham. Bend down, touch toe, throw that wham. Let me see, throw that all around. She dip, I dip, we dip like. Ooh, she dip, I dip, we dip like. We dip like, we dip like. I need all my ladies to dip.
You dip, I dip, we dip like. You dip, I dip.
Ben Whitaker, Richard Rivera. 10 rounds for the WBC Silver Light Heavyweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated and Star Boxing. Live on DAZN from Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Friday. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday. Get the fuck up. We're going to hide. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Richard,
go. We're going to hide.
You got a tough opponent in front of you, one of the best prospects in all of boxing. How are you feeling going into this fight?
Honestly, I'm blessed to be here. I mean, I feel like I already won.
Why do you feel that?
I mean, I'm living my dream. I'm really here doing what I've been doing since I was a child, and it is finally paying off, man. I'm blessed. I'm overwhelmed with joy.
You've said that you're unimpressed by Ben Whitaker. You've been off and out of the ring for about a year and a half now. What do you have to do to win this fight?
I mean, what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do. I'll just leave it as that.
Good luck, Richard.
Thank you so much.
right, Ben, you had a long look at Richard there right as that face-off wrapped up. Your first time fighting here in the U.S. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I feel good, man. What's good, Brooklyn? Thanks for pulling up, man. Joe Beach, you saw him then. Hey, man, he don't believe it himself. He brought that pipe again. I told him about it yesterday. He calls himself Papa. He's more like olive oil, man. Tomorrow it's word time. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And you're going to see why I'm so special tomorrow night.
You've been on a knockout run as of late, picking up 3 straight, some early knockouts as well. Is that how you see this fight ending?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm better in every department. Whatever he wants to do, I can do better. And tomorrow, you're going to see why I'm most talked about.
Good luck, Ben.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in the chief support of the evening as we go 10 rounds for the WBC USA Silver and the NABF Junior and WBO Latino Super Lightweight Championships. Now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 22 victories, 1 defeat. He has 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Syracuse, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBC USA Silver Super Lightweight Champion, Bryce Mills.
Got the world in the hands.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 17 victories, no defeats, 14 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning, defending, and undefeated NABF Junior and WBO Latino Super Lightweight Champion, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas. Fighters, face the scales. $139 Bryce Mills. Bryce Mills, 139 pounds. And out of the scale, the undefeated El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas. 138.6 for Emiliano Vargas, 138.6. Fighters face each other.
Dime si tu lía, tu amiguito, el corillo también rica, pero ese culo tuyo, wow, sobresalía. Salimos de la disco y estaba de día. Obviamente salí con la que quería. Ey, que viva la putería. Dale pa' atrás, tan chulería. Ey, dime si te vas a montar. A la isla tengo el portal. Que emborrachar los 3. Ves que la cama la puedo llevar. Me quiere besar. Yo que la puse mal. Tírate botita ahora, porque ahorita.
El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas, Bryce Mills, 10 rounds for the WBC USA Silver, the NABF Junior, and the WBO Latino Super Lightweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated, live on DAZN from Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Esto es PR, mami. Aquí nací yo y el reggaetón pa' que sepa.
All right, Bryce, 16 straight wins for you coming into this fight, but this is your biggest test to date. You have been calling for this exact fight against that exact opponent. What do you have to do to beat him?
Hard work is already done. The fight is won in the training camp. Tomorrow we go out and it's a celebration. We get that big W and, yeah, we have some fun.
Now, what is the difference in you over these last 16 fights? All wins, many of them by knockout.
Mindset, patience, and a whole lot of development. I have the best team around me, and my coaches have made me into the fighter I am today.
How do you see this fight playing out?
Gonna have my way from the start. I'm gonna be in command, and when I get in there, it's my fight.
Good luck, Bryce.
Thank you.
Brooklyn at? Where 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 Brooklyn at?
All right, Emiliano, you had a big smile on your face. You're listening to Bryce talk there. What do you think how this fight's going to play out?
I'm excited. This is going to show the world that I'm ready for my world title. At the end of the day, Bryce Mills is in the way of my world title, and I got to stomp on him. So I'm grateful to all the beautiful fans here. Gracias por todo el apoyo. Y a toda mi raza. ¡Que viva México, cabrones!
Let me ask one more here. He sounds pretty confident coming in. He believes he has the power to hurt you, the power to stop you. What do you see when you look at him?
I mean, come to me and get your ass kicked. You know, I'm excited about it. You know, he's going to make all the mistakes for me, and I can't wait to shine. Let's go, baby. Puro Team Vargas.
Good luck.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute pleasure it is to welcome everybody here today to the corner of Atlantic and Flatbush. We're here at the home of the Brooklyn Nets, the Barclays Center, in the beautiful borough of Brooklyn, New York, USA, for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship professional boxing taking place here tomorrow night. And it's now time to weigh in the main event of the evening. As Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing, in association with Top Rank Incorporated and Boots Promotions, are proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the unified WBA and WBO Super-Welterweight Championship of the world. Now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger for tomorrow night. His professional record, perfect. 35 fights, 35 victories, with 31 of his 35 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated former unified welterweight champion of the world, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, Jaron Boots Ennis. Ennis.
2 Glock 4 pounds in the tent, so we ain't gonna rumble. You get some money, they love you as soon as you lose it. Don't want you, please. To the money got way more humble. 10 to a 20, I'm making it double. With 10 on your homie, I think he in trouble. First team, he made like 10 M's and he ain't get one cause he ain't wanna hustle. I almost put a bird on.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is the defending unified world champion. He is also undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 23-0, 13 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning, defending, undefeated, and unified WBA and WBO Super-Welterweight champion of the world de San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. Zayas. Now to the scale. The challenger for tomorrow night, Jaron Boots Ennis. 153 pounds for Jaron Boots Ennis, 153 pounds. And now to the scale, the defending unified world champion, Xander Zayas. 153.8 for Xander Zayas, 153.8 pounds. Fighters face each other.
Mr. W, soy el vaquero del área calle de donde la cultura es dura y el joseo es everyday. En los 90 los envidiosos no daban break, ahora comandamos la brea
me bajo de un avión, multimillonario récord siempre dándole seco. Y el bolsillo de ustedes sigue reseco. Soy del campo directamente desde la base. Este flow no se crea, mami, con esto se nace.
Pronto llegará el día de mi suerte. Te lo juro por mi gente. Te juro que un día llegará. And we won't stop. We always do, we make it. Even though you play a hate, we still made it to the top.
Xander Zayas, Jaron Ennis, 12 rounds for the unified WBA and WBO Super-Welterweight Championship of the World. Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank Incorporated and Booth Promotions, live on DAZN from Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Dice que me suelte, pero no me suelte. No confío en hombre, la pieza bajo el suelo. Pronto llegará el día de mi suerte. Te lo juro por mi gente. Te juro que un día llegará. And we won't stop. We always do, we make it. Even though you play a hate, we still made it to the top.
Yeah. A mis haters los tengo jalándose el cabello. Ni me molesto si mis perros viajan más que ellos. Siempre he sido estrella, pero no me estrello. Todo lo que yo tiro se vende como yello. 100% como Big Pong. El jugando ajedrez se quedaron en ping pong. Ni que estoy comiendo bien, mírame estoy ping-pong. Amarra tu shorty que está suelta como pipen. Laisa, en un Macao yo soy como Messien. Balsa, otro go.
All right, Boots. It's been a minute since we've seen you introduced as the challenger here, but you're going for 2 world titles tomorrow night, 24 hours out. What's the feeling right now?
Yes. And it's that time. I'm feeling tremendous. I'm feeling great. Ready to put on a beautiful show. And tomorrow night, you will hear the words in the new. Yeah.
154 pounds seems to agree with you. You've been walking around with a big smile all week, but that's a big man you're going to have in front of you on Saturday. What's going to be the key to knocking him off?
Listen to my team, do what I want, have fun, put on a beautiful show, be patient. You know, the knockout gonna come. Just take my time, have fun, and be smart.
He has said this week that you don't know what's coming when it comes to what he's going to bring to the table. What does he have coming with you?
I don't know what he think, whatever he thinks, saying this and saying that. I got so many different styles, bro. He don't know how I'm gonna come. He don't. What boots did he prepare for? You feel me? So yeah, we're gonna see Saturday night though, for sure.
A lot of Puerto Ricans here outside the Barclays Center. Probably be a lot of Puerto Ricans inside the Barclays Center on Saturday. Might be a hostile crowd for you there. How do you feel about that kind of environment?
It don't matter to me. it could be 90% his squad or whatever. It don't matter. They after Saturday night, they're gonna be rooting for me for sure.
Good luck, Boots.
In the new.
All right, Xander, you've got your crowd here behind you. Probably have your crowd in the building on Saturday. You picked up 2 titles in your last 2 fights, but no question, this is the biggest fight of your career. How are you feeling right now?
Chris, como siempre, primero en español para toda mi gente boricua que se dio cita hoy, que se va a dar cita mañana. Gracias por siempre estar, por representar. Mañana haremos historia una vez más. Man, I feel amazing. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm having fun. And tomorrow night, you guys will hear and still. That's all that matters.
This man has said all week that he is levels better than you, that there's nothing you do better than him, and the odds makers have made him the challenger a pretty big favorite. What are they underestimating about you?
I will show tomorrow why the 23-year-old is a unified world champion. There's a reason for this. I got 2 belts. I earned them. I worked my way towards them, and I'm going to keep them tomorrow night.
Like I said, you've got a lot of fans here, be a lot of fans in the building. What kind of show are you going to put on for them?
I'm going to put the best show of my life. I'm going to show what I've been working on. It's going to be a new version of me. And, man, something that people haven't seen yet. I'm excited.
Good luck, Xander.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for the weigh-in, but stick with us, as up next we're going to get the final big sell for Saturday from Matchroom Chairman Eddie Hearn. And remember, there's only one place to be on Saturday nights.
Saturday Fight Nights, every week on DAZN.
Where every Saturday, the biggest fights,
the blockbuster shows,
Alive only.
Only on DAZN.
On DAZN.
So join us ringside, because Saturday nights,
All right for fighting.
All right, Eddie. Been a while. Finally here. You got to this point. Boots Ennis, Xander Zayas, Unified Championship. You've been excited all week long. How are you feeling now that it's almost here?
I can't wait. You know, just over 24 hours to go. Two fantastic champions, two fantastic pros, two guys that are chasing legacy. 58-0 between them. I mean, you know how I feel about Boots Ennis. You know how I feel about the performance he's about to give. But this is a real champion in Xander Zayas, 23 years of age. Huge support. The atmosphere in the Barclays tomorrow night will be incredible. A lot coming from Philly, many from Puerto Rico. This is what the sport's all about. The best feed the best, undefeated fighters putting their belts and their legacy on the line.
You mentioned the atmosphere. There will be some people from Philly, but I think there might be more from Puerto Rico based on this crowd that we're seeing here this afternoon. Enemy territory, perhaps, for Boots Ennis. Do you think he'll thrive in that type of environment?
The special ones do. You know, the ones that aren't special may crumble under that pressure. The ones that are, it lifts them to produce an even better performance. And you will see, that crowd will slowly be silenced as the minutes tick by tomorrow night. But listen, the atmosphere is going to be great. He's a proud man. But you will see, as I said yesterday, the pound-for-pound #1 of the sport emerging in Jaron Boots Ennis to capture these two championships on what is a fantastic card. Top to bottom, an incredible night of boxing as DAZN put on what is, as I said, the fight of the year.
Boots has said he's going to be in and out like a robber. He's predicting a knockout. What are you predicting?
As I said, there's a lot of special fighters in the sport, but none that actually go in like Boots to destroy instantly from that first bell. Jaron Ennis has one thing on his mind, and that's to get Xander Zayas out of there by knockout and to show the world how great he is and to show the world that he's not just a great fighter, that he's one of the most entertaining fighters on the planet. So this fight's going to catch fire real quick. In the cauldron of that atmosphere, as you said, Philadelphia and Puerto Rico, this is going to be a wild night, a wild fight. There'll be no Tom and Jerry. This will be, as I said, pure entertainment for the fight of the year.
All right, Eddie's ready. I'm ready. This crowd is ready. They'll be in the building tomorrow here at the Barclays Center and live exclusively on DAZN. Sierra, we'll go back to you.
All right, good stuff, Chris. Fellas, we've gotten predictions from a whole lot of people, but I want to get yours.
Yes.
Malik, who wins and how?
I think both are great, not good. Both two great young fighters. But I believe Boots have seen more of Zayas' style than Zayas have seen of Boots. Boots can do it all. I haven't seen Zayas in a ring with someone that can do it all. But saying that at the same time, Sarah, Zayas is an incredible body puncher. And why do I bring that up? Because if you're an incredible body puncher, you could possibly beat anybody in the world. So he has his shot, but I'm going with Boots by late stoppage.
My initial prediction was Boots by decision. I think Zayas is that good on his feet. I think he can box. I think he can use his size and use the pressure. Seeing them on the scale now, I'm changing my prediction. I think Boots might get a stoppage in this fight. He looks incredible.
First half or second half? No.
Second half of the fight.
Yes.
I think the size is still going to be a factor, but I think Boots gets the job done. A knockout is coming. Both these fighters just look tremendous. Knockout is coming, though.
How excited are you, Sergio?
Oh, man, this is what boxing's all about. I know we say that all the time, but whenever you have a young champion that's so confident in himself, that wanted this fight, he pushed for this fight when he didn't have to do it, that goes to show you that he has something destined for him. And Boots, he's been waiting in the wing. Boots has been wanting this opportunity. It's other fighters that don't want to fight him, other champions that don't say his name. Now the time is now. There's going to be a star in New York tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Who's it going to be?
And that says a lot, what you just said right there, Serge. The fact that Zayas chose this, you really can't lose in this type of position that he's in, because he chose, in my opinion, one of the best fighters in the world today, and that's a knockout artist. He chose a knockout artist. So we're going to see what happens on Saturday night.
Well, there will be a star crowned here in Brooklyn, New York from the Barclays Center tomorrow night. It is Saturday Fight Night on DAZN, and we cannot wait for it, fellas. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. It is Zayas versus Boots right here on DAZN.
You're only undefeated
until you're not. There can only be one king. Two perfect records, one unified title, which Prince will be crowned king. June 27th, watch only on DAZN.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event. Ronaldo with the shot. Oh, it's got one of the greats.
To score a goal like that, you could see what it meant to me personally.
It's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.